Enough with this propaganda. You have to stop this maniac before it's too late. So start your engines and fire him up. But don't take it easy. You are up to some brutal shooting action on Hot Wheels to save the day. Shut your panties, eh? Do not fear. I will sell you shiny upgrades. Lots of upgrades. And you're going to need them. You will face 3 worlds, over 30 levels, and a huge bunch of different enemies. And that's not all. Epic monster machines. But you don't have to fight alone. Revolution is double the fun with a friend. Oh, and most importantly, this is a completely revamped version with new twin-stick controls, boss fights, endless mode, high-score run, power-ups, and much more. Overdrive on all the devices. Mon Dieu! Dasher Overdrive.
Peggy 18.
We must speak to her, Dulac. Well, you shall do the talking, obviously. I will provide moral support.
It says here he was seen crossing London Bridge.
It is time for her to know the reason we are here and of her presence in the visions.
Some place him at Brick Lane.
Dulac!
For the love of God, sir!
What is it?
The hound and her incessant whining. This ain't the Kennel Club.
It isn't much of a pub either, currently.
Apologies, Mr. Waldron. Come nightfall, she grows restless.
She grows impatient with idiots.
Maybe consider a muzzle.
Not if he wants to keep his fingers.
Fingers grow back.
Not on him, they don't.
Sirs, I come with terrible news. They found another one. Butchered she is, just like the others.
You wonder where the devil might be hiding, Mr. Jenkins? He's right here, stalking these very streets.
Boy, know you where this horror was brought to pass?
I knows it well, sir.
Then you shall take us.
A fine idea, sir. Give my ears a rest.
Dulac, we already have a woman to visit, one who is still very much alive.
And I cannot tell her anything while she sleeps, now can I?
Fine. A corpse it is.
Come, Faye. Time for your evening walk.
Legends tell of an impregnable fortress. And in its depths lies a weapon of immeasurable power. A gun that can kill the past. Tons of guns. Enemies and allies. Ruthless bosses. Coapo. Enter the Gungeon. Toki wa kita. ここか。
なんであなたが。
時の海洋神。
トランクス、あいつを止めて。
私は私の正義を遂行する。あいつは
まずいことになったわね。
シーラスが初代タイムパトローラー？
Do you know what it's like? Living in the dark heights? special.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dave Kozak. The year of the dragon is almost upon us. Today, we begin a year-long journey that will take us deep into the hearth of darkness. Join us for an adventure in 3 parts, a Hearthstone trilogy that will take us from flying cities to ancient depths. A journey where we will meet new friends and familiar enemies. Our year begins when the shadows rise.
So you're probably wondering why I gathered you here. Let me take a moment and break it down. We've been given black eyes by the good guys. Oh, but that's about to change. Those meddlesome mortals who've mocked up our missions will finally feel some of our pain. You see, I have a devious plan that requires a demonstrative fist, and each of you will have your dreams come true as a fiendish finger of bliss. What? All right, let me try this again. Alone all our dreams went. Kaboom! Yes, but united we'll take all the candles. No feasting it.
I'm seeing what you want to do.
Let me hit it.
We'll come together so we can dismantle.
Now here's the plot to capture your greed and intrigue. We'll take Galaran for all that it's got. As we form an evil league.
Indeed, the arch-thief Rafam has gathered together Hearthstone's most nefarious villains. Their target, the magical floating city of Dalaran. Their final objective, a mystery to be unraveled in the coming months. With this first chapter, together, we can explore deep philosophical questions. What is the nature of evil? How much mana does it cost? Is it any good against Hunter? These are the enigmas of the human condition we will explore. And who better to explore these mysteries than the villainous mastermind himself, Rafam? The one-time arch-thief is not the only villain who will be returning to Hearthstone to wreak havoc. His position as founder and head of the League of Evil has legendary benefits. In addition to returning villains, other cards harken back to the mechanics of bygone days. Madame Lazul, the fortune teller, is bringing back some forbidden magics, faint whispers of the old gods. Make no mistake, this will be one of our darkest expansions. Each of our villains has an angle. Each of them seeks to bring about their own criminal schemes to fruition. Patience is a villainous virtue. Schemes, such as this one, grow more powerful the longer you hold them in your hand. What do you call a card capable of doing colossal damage to every minion on the board? Evil! It's an evil card! Sinister plots require an army of lackeys to carry them out. Take a look at this miscreant, seen frequenting the company of rogues. He is capable of adding 2 such lackeys to your hand. You might be asking, what are lackeys? How many are there? How do they do against aggro? All lackeys are small 1/1 minions with a distinctly evil battle cry. Use them and dispose of them at will. That's what lackeys are for. Throughout the year, more lackeys will be added with each set, representing the growing reach of the League of Evil. Of course, the magical defenders of Dalaran won't sit idly by while evil stalks their street. Our villains will run into a formidable defense befitting the capital of magic, including a new mechanic. This druid spell will summon tree ants, but it's what's known as a twin spell, meaning it can be cast twice. Once cast, a second copy of the spell is added to your hand to be cast immediately or saved for a future turn. The very streets of Dalaran will descend into chaos. Everyone will be drafted into the fight, including the city's merchants, such as this jeweler who can buy your hero an extra turn. Pity the fool who believes they have lethal when she comes into play. When faced with such terrible evil, even the best among us must resort to extreme measures. Chef Nomi is an Epicurean of pyrotechnical proclivities. End your game with a bang, for revenge is a dish best served hot. This card is on fire. You could say he has a burning, you know what, let me just skip ahead. This book has a lot of fire puns. Hearthstone. Dragon! The most powerful mages of the world are stepping up to defend Dalaran, including the blue dragon and one-time aspect of magic itself, Kaligos. The very embodiment of arcane energy, Kaligos allows you to cast a spell for free every turn. And if you don't have one handy, his battle cry will give you one. No doubt, the defenders of Dalaran are going to put up quite the fight. But will it be enough to save their city from the League of Evil? This is but the first chapter of a trilogy, a tale of magic and miscreants, an epic struggle at the very epicenter of magic in Azeroth. Who will triumph? We shall see where the cards fall when the shadows rise.
I never got into weed. I know, sounds weird given my occupation. I guess it just never gave me a good laugh. I just hope it worked on Dad when he... I can only imagine, because I wasn't there, busy pursuing my MBA, but Clyde was. In fact, he started growing because of Dad's condition. Dad hated things that'd go to waste. So after Clyde's only client left the market, the only logical thing was to turn it into a business opportunity. And he considered me a businessman. He got me setting lights, buying soil, watering plants. Imagine me with my unfittingly soft hands knee-deep in cow manure, training plants for better yields. Then imagine this businessman standing on the street, dealing the cheapest weed to some vagrants. But it quickly dawned on me, our venture was a business all along. There was demand, supply, product, customers with various needs. Learn what they need and supply them with your product. The demand will follow. Adjust the price, boom, profit. Basics of economy. Soon enough, I swapped my shit shovel for a spreadsheet, to a lot of contempt from my hippie brother. I was the brain, focusing on the incomes and expenses and fine-tuning our process. He was the heart, all about fine-tuning the product itself. Buying new equipment, expanding our cultivation space, figuring out the right conditions and nutrition for specific strains. Our customers loved it. They'd noticed the difference, and soon we had a following. Unfortunately, that included a bunch of boys in blue as well. We ventured into a dangerous territory and started to take precautions. I started wrapping my head around ways to conceal our production. Take care of the smell, reduce heat and energy consumption. When it wasn't enough, we had to get creative. We hid our cultivation room behind the facades of laundries, tea rooms, and restaurants. Clyde took care of the most persistent individuals the old school way, the good old bribe and blackmail. I was trying to remain in befriend and barbecue zone. Still got some of the boys on Facebook. We got so big, Clyde suggested expansion. For unknown reasons, he insisted on exploring either Boulder or Fargo. Then it hit me. I came to terms with Dad's death, and I think Clyde's heart was still secretly bleeding. He was ready to follow the opportunities provided by medicinal marijuana. Soon enough, we were setting up research centers that I thought were designed to create optimal growing conditions. But Clyde got that space-grade equipment for crossbreeding, trying to discover the next big medical strain. Truth be told, my business mind was not on board. At first, I was up for the task, but when he started talking madness of almost giving it up for free, my businessman sense started tingling. When he was on his world-saving spree, I put everything in a spreadsheet. Spreadsheet that'd help us evenly split our company so he could do whatever the hell he wanted. But a company needs both its mind and its heart. A heart open to the others. And that's what Clyde did. It all started with this one guy, same age as our dad, suffering from terminal cancer. He couldn't get the medication he wanted, and the pain was literally killing him, unless he got it from us. And that was the tip of the iceberg. Clyde realized the potential, and in the blink of an eye, we were running a special service allowing people with special needs to order products directly from us. Some of their stories were heartbreaking. How did I take it? I was a businessman, a freaking weed tycoon. We had money, multiple operations in several states, a committed team. Was I to sacrifice all of this to help those in need? Hell no. We had all means to do it, and all the means to do it right. So we did. And that's when everything really started. It opened up new opportunities. We were even discussing taking New York and going fully legal. Did we do it? Well, would you?